So today we'll talk about foreign policies. International relations have long been dominated by grand theories such as realism, liberalism and constructivism. Realism maintained the supremacy of security. States are willing to concede economic gains for enhancing security and relative military power. For liberalists, it is the opposite. As a result, liberalists see a larger independent role for supranational institutions than realists. Constructivists emphasize the role of cultural, ideological and ideological forces and rejects the interest-based focus shared by realists and liberalists alike. Yet such grand theories are often unable to offer convincing accounts of specific aspects of foreign policies. Moreover, many contemporary topics may be best addressed by investigating the interdependency between the international system and the domestic factors. We thus focus on mid-range theories designed to explain the various parts of EU foreign policies, rather than engage in an evaluation of the relative merit of these grand theories for analyzing EU policies. We will contrast the international trade and development aid with sanctions, defense and security policies. Now, we start with international trade. The standard model of trade between countries is the gravity model. According to this model, trade between two countries increases with economic size and decreases proportional with the cost of transportation between two countries. The model provides several insights of relevance to us. Large producers have large market share everywhere. Small producers trade relatively more with the rest of the world. The world becomes more open the more similar in size and the more specialized the countries become. Amongst political scientists, attention has centered around how political and cultural factors and international agreements have moderated trade gravity effect. With regards to international agreement, the attention has been twofold. First, there's a tension between multilateral trade liberalization such as WTO and GATT and preferential trade agreements such as TTIP. Due to the concern that preferential trade agreements may make multilateral trade liberalization harder to agree upon and less ambitious when agreed upon. Second, with the slow progress in multilateral trade liberalization, a new regionalism, fueled by preferential trade agreements, has emerged. The design of preferential trade agreement can be analyzed in terms of depth and flexibility. The effect of preferential trade agreement can be analyzed in terms of economic effects, such as the volume of trade it generates between the parties to the preferential trade agreement relatively to the volume of trade it diverts from countries not part of the treaty. Preferential trade agreement can lead to improved human rights protection. Moreover, they reduce policy uncertainty, thereby generating efficiency gain as actors no longer need to ensure themselves against the policy uncertainty in this area. This welfare gain may in turn increase the re-election probability of the incoming government. Preferential trade agreement, as well as membership in multilateral trading organizations, increases the foreign direct investment, at least in less developed countries. In explaining the signing of preferential trade agreement, researchers have drawn on veto player theory, showing that preferential trade agreements become less likely if the number of veto players, institutional or political, increases. It may also be reactionary. Exporting sector in third countries is at risk of losing market shares as a result of a preferential trade agreement may lobby their government to sign a similar treaty. Due to the potential loss to the economy resulting from the original preferential trade agreement, the government might be more inclined to accommodate the wishing of the exporting sector at the expense of other domestic interest groups, such as the import competing sector, than was the case earlier. Preferential trade agreement may hence have a liberalizing effect on third countries. Finally, government may use preferential trade agreements in combination with foreign aid in order to facilitate political and economic reform in democratic developing countries.